I caught my mom having sex with my boyfriend. I'm Wendy, 24 years old, and until 3 days ago, I thought I had a relatively normal life. I work as an administrative assistant at a digital marketing company in Austin, Texas, and I've been living with my mom, Susan, 49, since graduating college to save money. I've also been dating Ryan for 8 months, or rather, was dating. You have no idea what I found out. It all started last Tuesday. I was having a terrible day at work. My boss blamed me for a mistake that wasn't mine. I spilled coffee on my favorite blouse, and my car wouldn't start at lunch. I decided to leave early and go home to rest. My mom is a real estate agent and usually stays out late showing houses, so I figured I'd have the house to myself. When I got home around 3 p.m., I noticed a strange car in the driveway. A black Camaro I didn't recognize. I thought maybe it belonged to one of my mom's clients since she sometimes brings people over to show off the neighborhood. I walked through the front door like normal, tossing my keys onto the entryway table. And then I heard it. Sounds no daughter should ever hear coming from her own mother's bedroom. At first I thought she was watching a movie or some show with steamy scenes, but then I heard her voice, clearly, no room for misunderstanding. My first instinct was to freak out and run upstairs with my ears covered. I mean, who wants to catch their mom in that situation? But something bothered me. That male voice I was hearing sounded way too familiar. I stayed in my room for about 15 minutes, trying to convince myself I was just being paranoid. Then I decided to go downstairs to grab a glass of water and try to pretend none of it happened. As I walked past the hallway, I heard more clearly, and my heart stopped. It was Ryan's voice. No, you don't understand. It was literally my boyfriend's voice. That specific laugh I'd known for 8 months. That particular way he talks that you just can't mistake. My head started spinning. I thought I might be having some kind of mental breakdown or hallucination, because it just couldn't be true. There was no way my mom was having sex with my boyfriend. I stood there in the hallway frozen when I heard her bedroom door open. I ran and hid behind the kitchen wall and saw Ryan walking out of her bedroom, fixing his shirt. My mom came out right behind him in a robe, giving him a goodbye kiss. I literally had to cover my mouth with both hands to stop myself from screaming. Ryan walked out the back door to the garage. My mom stayed there a few minutes, smiling at her phone in a way I'd never seen before. Then she went back upstairs. I stood in the kitchen, completely petrified, trying to process what I had just witnessed. My mind was racing. How long had this been going on? How did they even meet? How could my own mother do this to me? I went back up to my room silently and locked the door. I checked my phone. 3 texts from Ryan. Hey babe, how was work? I'll be busy this afternoon, talk later, and love you. The last one was sent exactly 20 minutes earlier, 20 minutes after I saw him walking out of my mom's room. I spent the rest of the day in my room, pretending to be sick when my mom came to ask if I was okay. She acted completely normal, asked if I wanted dinner, talked about her day at work, like nothing had happened. Wednesday, I couldn't function. I kept staring at my phone, waiting for Ryan to message me, and every time he did, I felt sick. I couldn't stop picturing what I had seen. I decided I needed proof before confronting either of them. I left work on time and went to Walmart to buy one of those mini spy cameras you can hide anywhere. I know it sounds crazy, but I needed to know. I came home and hid the camera in a potted plant in the hallway, facing my mom's bedroom door. On Thursday, I told them I was going out with friends after work and wouldn't be home until late. I texted Ryan saying I missed him and asked if he wanted to hang out. He replied that he was busy with family stuff, and maybe we could meet over the weekend. I went to the mall, wandered around for a couple of hours buying stuff I didn't need just to kill time. Came home around 6 p.m. The black Camaro was there again. This time, I entered through the back door and went straight to my room. I could hear them talking in her room. Couldn't make out the words, but it was definitely Ryan. I stayed up there until I heard him leave around 8. When I went downstairs, my mom was in the kitchen making dinner, humming a song. She was glowing, literally beaming. She started talking about how she felt renewed lately, like she'd found a new energy for life. I wanted to throw up. Friday was the worst day of my life. I woke up determined to confront Ryan first. I texted him and said we needed to talk, urgently. He agreed to meet at the Starbucks near my house at 2 p.m. When I got there, he was sitting at a corner table looking at his phone. He looked nervous, which was already suspicious. I sat across from him and got straight to the point. Where were you Tuesday afternoon? He hesitated for a few seconds that felt like forever. I told you. Family stuff. What kind of stuff? Wendy, why are you acting weird? Did something happen? I pulled out my phone and showed him a screenshot of the message he sent Tuesday. You sent this at 3:23 p.m. What exactly were you doing at that time? He went pale. Literally pale. Look, Wendy, I can explain. Explain what? That you were sleeping with my mom? He almost choked on his coffee. Looked around to see if anyone had heard. How did you saw us. And that's when my whole world collapsed. He didn't deny it. Didn't say I was crazy. Didn't even try to make up a lie. He just confirmed it. How long? I asked, tears already rolling down my face. Wendy, I swear it wasn't planned. It just kind of happened. How long, Ryan? 3 months. 3 months. 3 of the 8 months we were together. That meant half of our relationship was a lie. How did you two even meet? He sighed and rubbed the back of his neck. His nervous tic I knew too well. Remember when you introduced me to your family at that Memorial Day barbecue? Of course I remembered. It had been a beautiful day. My mom said she really liked him, said he was charming and funny. My aunts and cousins liked him too. I was so happy that day. Your mom added me on Facebook after that. We started messaging, just casual stuff at first. She'd tell me about her work, I'd talk about school, then the messages got more personal. Personal how? She said she felt lonely since the divorce, that she hadn't felt attractive in a long time. I tried to be kind, said she was a beautiful woman and didn't need to feel that way. My mom and dad divorced 2 years ago after we found out he was cheating with his secretary. She was devastated, went to therapy, tried to rebuild. I thought she was doing better. And then? She started sending pictures. I almost vomited right then. What kind of pictures? Wendy, I don't want to go into... What kind of pictures, Ryan? At first normal, dressed for work, asking for my opinion on outfits. Then they got more suggestive. And you replied? I was curious. Your mom is a beautiful woman, Wendy, and she was giving me attention in a way that you weren't. That part hurt the most. Not only was he cheating on me, he was blaming me. What do you mean by that? You know our sex life hadn't been great. You were always tired from work, stressed out. It had been weeks since we'd been intimate. That was true. I had been stressed from work and other things, but it didn't justify anything. So you decided to sleep with my mother? It wasn't like that. It happened gradually. First messages, then calls when you weren't home. We'd talk for hours. She understood me in a way you didn't. She's 49, Ryan. You're 26. You don't see how that's disturbing? Age is just a number, Wendy. What matters is the connection. Connection? He was talking about connection with my mom. When did you first sleep with her? 3 months ago. You'd gone out for drinks with your college friends. She said she felt lonely, asked if I wanted to keep her company and watch a movie. I remembered that night. I came home late and found my mom in a great mood, making popcorn and watching a rom-com. She said she'd had a relaxing evening. Lies. And it happened. It happened, and it was amazing, Wendy. I've never felt a connection like that with anyone. I stood up. I couldn't listen to another word. It's over, Ryan. I never want to see you again. Wendy, wait. I want to be with you. I can break up with your mom? Break up with my mom? Are you talking like you're in a relationship? We are, Wendy. I love your mom, and she loves me. I ran out without looking back, drove home sobbing so hard I could barely see the road. When I got there, my mom was on the couch watching TV. Hey, sweetie, how was your coffee date with Ryan? I just stared at her. This woman who raised me, who I admired, who was always my example of strength and independence, and who now felt like a total stranger. Mom, we need to talk. She must have sensed something in my voice because she turned off the TV immediately. Did something happen? I know about Ryan. Her face changed completely. The color drained, her body went tense. What do you know about Ryan? I know you've been sleeping with him for 3 months. I know you stole my boyfriend. I know you've been lying to my face this whole time. She closed her eyes for a few seconds. Wendy, I can explain. Explain what? How you could do this to me? Your own daughter? It wasn't planned, it just happened. Same words he used. Did you rehearse this? She got up and tried to approach me, but I stepped back. Honey, you don't understand. I felt invisible, rejected. Since the divorce, I hadn't connected with anyone. Men my age only want younger women, and I started to believe I'd never be wanted again. So you decided to take my boyfriend? I didn't take anyone. Ryan came to me. He gave me attention, made me feel desirable again. He was my boyfriend, Mom. And he wasn't happy with you. That hit like a punch to the gut. Ryan told me you barely spoke anymore, that you were always busy, always tired, that it had been weeks since you were intimate. That didn't give you the right to invade my relationship. I didn't invade. I was here, available, when he needed someone who understood him. You're my mother. You're supposed to protect me, not compete with me. I'm not competing with you, Wendy. I'm living my life. I deserve happiness too. With my ex-boyfriend? With the man I love. She said it while looking straight into my eyes. No hesitation, no remorse. You love him? Yes. And he loves me. He's 23 years younger than you. You don't see how messed up this is? Age doesn't matter when it's real love. What about me? Don't I matter? Are your feelings for him more important than your relationship with me? She was silent for a long time. Wendy, I hope one day you'll understand. I hope you find someone who makes you feel the way Ryan makes me feel. And when you do, you'll understand why I can't let him go. You're choosing him over me? I'm not choosing anyone. I'm choosing to be happy. I went upstairs and started packing my things. I couldn't stay in that house anymore. I couldn't even look at my mom and pretend everything was okay. It's Saturday now. I'm writing this from a cheap hotel room I booked until I can find an apartment. I haven't spoken to either of them since yesterday. My mom sent a few messages saying she wants to talk, that it doesn't have to be this way. Ryan sent a long text apologizing and saying he still cares about me, but he can't deny how he feels about my mom. Honestly, I don't know what to do. I lost my boyfriend and my mother in the same day. I have no home, no family. My friends don't know what happened because I don't have the courage to tell anyone this story. How do you explain to people that your mom stole your boyfriend? How do you deal with the fact that the two most important people in your life betrayed you, together? I know some people will say I should have seen the signs or that I should have suspected. But how do you suspect this? How do you even imagine your own mother would be capable of something like this? I don't know if I'll ever be able to forgive her. I don't know if our relationship can ever recover, and honestly, I'm not sure I want it to. Because what hurts the most isn't even the fact that she was with Ryan. It's the fact that she looked me in the eye and said she doesn't regret it, that she chose her own happiness over our bond. So that's it. That's my insane story. I caught my mom having sex with my boyfriend and found out they've been in love for 3 months. Now I'm without a home, without a family, and with no idea how to rebuild my life from scratch. Has anyone gone through something like this? Any advice? Because honestly, I have no idea how to deal with this.
Comment. What would you do in this situation? If you liked this video, don't forget to like and share so we can bring you more stories like this. Keep an eye out for more stories. Hope you have a good day.